amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remember blessed. Whenever you look my video, whenever you watch my video, share the video to all platforms. Share it to family and friends. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that people can get information on what is happening in the contraption called Nigeria, mainly against the Biafrans, against the Duduas, against the indigenous people in the contraption called Nigeria. I try as much as possible to set the record straight. I don't preach hate speech. I don't speak against people. I set the record straight. The only important thing I do here is to make sure that the plight of the people remains on the front burner and the world will know the true story of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria.
Tonight we have a special guest here on Newsnight. Governor of Ekiti State, Emir, Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amaechi, and Presidential Advisor on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Ita Enag.
All right, let's bring in the Honorable Minister for Transportation, Rotimi Amaechi. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight. Well, maybe we should start by saying congratulations because from all indication the APC convention is about to take place come tomorrow, 26th of March. But let's talk about President Buhari's legacy projects. And the key one that comes to mind, of course, is the rail project that has been really at the in the consciousness of Nigerians. But a few weeks ago, you came out, raising the alarm that funding for the rail may be stalled. What's the situation with that first?
Well, I had a meeting today with the Chinese ambassador. It appears that it's going to be an improvement. The Chinese ambassador met with us, and they are keen on releasing funds for Kano Kaduna. So I hope that will be something that the Chinese government will finish on time. So that our target is to ensure that we'll complete, if nothing else, complete Kano Kaduna before we depart from, or before our tenure comes to an end. We will also commence, as we're also looking for the funds. We've gotten funds for Kano Maradi. We're also looking for funds for Port Harcourt Maiduguri. We believe that before the end of June, July, we should be able to get these funds to commence work. The same as Lagos Calabar. We've gotten the Turkish company who would work with CCCC in the construction, and the Turkish company Yapi has promised to also get the funds for Port Harcourt Calabar. So the country is covered. The only place that is left for now will be the Abuja Itabe that goes to Warri. We already have Warri Itabe, but we want to connect Abuja to Itabe and then do a seaport in Warri. It's left for now because we have a disagreement with the Chinese company. We hope that once that's resolved, we're able to see how to raise that kind of money. By the time you complete all this, then the whole country is covered, even though we're supposed to give specific attention to Kebbi, Zamfara, Sokoto, Adamawa, and Taraba.
Well, what exactly are the areas of disagreement before I
Between who?
Between the Nigerian government and the Chinese?
No, I think it's just
exactly
there are no disagreements, just paucity of funds.
Okay.
And as you cover the country with the train transportation minister, did you, in that conversation you had with the Chinese ambassador today, did you also bring up the issue of this incessant breakdown of the coaches that we've been witnessing in recent times? Because it is on record that you said we might be returning some of them back to China. Did you say that? And was that in that conversation?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
And you know why I laughed?
Why?
Very soon now, you like Tundu, my friend, you accuse me of being rude. When you use the word incessant, it means regular.
Yes.
Please, can you enumerate the number of times you've got?
For instance, there was just one in Lagos Ibadan.
Okay, one.
There was one recently. There was also one in Abuja.
Two. Okay, does it constitute incessant?
But that's more than one. That's more than once.
Shouldn't be happening in the first place.
Please. When you use the word incessant, it's regular. Every week.
Okay, so several breakdown.
Two, though, cannot be.
It's more than two, Honorable Minister. But that's not even the point. The point is they are breaking down.
These trains, they're not. These trains started operating in 2016. Let's even assume you had 10 breakdowns.
Okay.
These are machines.
Are you saying this is normal?
Of course, it breaks down in other countries. But the reason why there's noise in our case is because we don't have enough train railway lines. You don't have enough coaches and locomotives. If you had enough rail lines, coaches, and even when one breaks down, because as one breaks down, okay, let me give you an example.
Okay.
I was coming back from Kaduna one day, and I got to Kubwa, and I stopped. Then I saw a train that was supposed to have passed on my way to Abuja. And then I asked the manager at Kubwa, what's going on here? So, that the front locomotive is bad. I came down and said, use mine. Did you hear it on TV? You didn't hear it because there was already a standby one that I came down that they quickly changed immediately. I moved on. So the more locomotives and coaches we buy, the more you will not, the less you will hear of the noise. Secondly, is that these are not, even human beings will break down. 4 or 5 weeks ago, I was ill for 4 days. I was scared. And my doctor was insisting, you're breaking down, you need to rest, you're breaking down. And
is it a challenge of your ministry?
Well, there's more of the ministry.
Oh, thank God you're looking better now.
Oh, well, better.
Yeah. Okay, now, I mean, you recently emphasized the need to actually utilize local materials and manpower in the construction of rail projects in Nigeria. Very sound position. What is happening?
We're having that fight. If you looked at the social media, there was this blackmail that you're seeing where the Chinese company denied. People were saying, oh, Amaechi is forcing them to take Nigerians of his choice and all that. None of my business. I don't care who you take, but I can't be spending $2 billion on the rail and there are no Nigerians to benefit from it. I insist on that. You don't have to take from me, you don't have to take from the ministry, but follow your due process and choose Nigerians to make money out of it. Because it's a Nigerian economy. You just really have to allow Nigerians benefit. There's no way you can liberate Nigeria from poverty if they don't participate in the process of production. So, but I think we're resolving it for them to allow Nigerians to. So
how is that being resolved? I mean, are they getting the requisite training?
It's there in the contract, so they must comply with the contract. If you don't comply with the contract, it's a breach of contract.
Okay. And how would you evaluate the impact of this infrastructure development of the Buhari administration, which you lead the Ministry of Transport in particular, 7 years down the line? How impactful has this been? Have you done an evaluation to say this is what we have done? This is good.
Abuja or Lagos?
I live in Nigeria. I could move around.
No. Where do you live?
At the moment, yes. Abuja. I am here with you, Mr.
Okay. Have you been to Kaduna before?
No, I've not been to Kaduna.
Okay, that's why. You see, even if you don't not been to Kaduna, the impact you will feel here now is that there are people who no longer live in Abuja, but they live in Kaduna and come to work in Abuja because there's a 6 o'clock train that will get you here by 8. So by 8:15, 8:30, you're at work, and it's cheap, 3,000 naira. Right? As compared to what you get in the UK. Imagine that 10 pounds. How much is 10 pounds? Or 20 pounds. Okay. Now, so what the president has done by allowing us to construct that rail up to Abuja is that he has, how do you do poverty alleviation? He has taken away that burden of having to live in Abuja, provide for yourself and your family here, and go home to Kaduna, provide for another family there. By taking you back to Abuja, providing you one housing, because you don't have to pay for another housing here. But don't forget that housing in Abuja is very expensive.
Right.
Now the economy must grow through that, because it provides for the ordinary Nigerians too. It's the rich Nigerian that can live in Abuja, that can live in Kaduna and drive to Abuja. For those who don't have cars, all you need to do is go to work, get out of your bed at 5:30, by 6 you're at the train station, by 8 you're at work. By 6 p.m. you're back to the train station, by 8 you're in Kaduna.
Yeah, but how accessible are these trains to the average poor Nigerian? You know, I mean, over 700 kilometers of rail provided so far, correct me if I'm wrong.
Where's my phone?
How many poor Nigerians have access?
I had my phone here now.
Yes, you did.
Because I wanted to show you how many Nigerians were coming to Abuja yesterday. You have seen it. I want to show you how many Nigerians were coming to Abuja yesterday from Warri. And so you can imagine how many ordinary Nigerians were at the train station that were conveying from Warri to Abuja, and at a cheap cost. And I would make that analysis again. You can see it. You can see them. You can see the madness.
Is that what we have on the screen?
No, I don't know about
No,
all
no,
that.
it's
Okay,
not.
small.
Okay,
So
I see.
You can see the crowd.
Yeah,
So you can imagine when you say
oh.
ordinary Nigerians, how many other Nigerians are you able to provide for that? They are huge. See the number. See the crowd.
Right. The average cost of
Okay, let's take the analysis of Warri.
Yes.
I have flight from Warri to Abuja is about 60,000 naira. So you come from Warri to Itabe, 2,500. You join the taxi from Itabe to Abuja, 3,000 naira. How much is that? 2,500. How much is that? 5,000.
5,000.
So, you've saved 55,000 naira. The president doesn't need to put money in your pocket. What he has done there is that he has saved you 55,000 naira, which ordinarily, if you had flown from Warri to Abuja, you would have been paying 60,000 naira. So both the rich and the poor can access that. And don't forget, I say 2,500.
That's a fair argument. But how many kilometers of rail have you provided so far? And what is the projection for what will meet the needs of 200 million Nigerians?
We're close to 1,000, which has never happened. Don't forget, this is the first indigenous government that is constructing those railways. We're not repairing, we're constructing. So you have about 350 kilometers of rail line from Itabe to Warri. You have 186 from Abuja to Kaduna, right? That would be 500 and something, right? You have 156 from Lagos to Ibadan. That's close to about nearly 700, right? Okay. Then we are constructing already another 200 kilometers of railway from Kaduna to Kano, which at the end of the day will be about 900 and something kilometers of railway.
Okay. Some would say, I mean, the latest statistics shows that about 39.1% of Nigerians live below the poverty line of $1.90. So 5,000 naira might still be a lot. But let's leave the rail transport for a minute, Minister. Recently, Nigerians have been inundated with reports of the billions of dollars we are losing to oil theft. And we have NIMASA, which is an agency under your ministry, supposed to oversee security of our waterways. What is happening with NIMASA? How is it possible that we're losing this oil on the waterways?
NIMASA doesn't protect oil theft. What NIMASA protects is merchant ships. Recently, have you heard about merchant ship? Any listener against merchant ships?
Well, speaking of merchant ships,
the vessels that are being
taken out. Merchant ship vessels.
Yeah, the vessels that are being taken out.
The stealing is not from the ship, the stealing is from land.
Right.
So you should find out those who are
taking on water out of Nigeria.
They're not taking on the major water. The NIMASA protects the oceans, the coastal lines. We have not seen them. I'm not joking, because we have security on the water. We have equipment that we bought that we refer to as Deep Blue Project equipment. And they're there, they fly. We fly. We have 3 aircrafts that fly almost nearly at the same time. And that's 2. Then we have helicopters that fly carrying cameras and all that. So for now, our water we appear to be secure.
Are you saying in spite of the 95 or so % of Nigeria's oil that's spirited out, that's smuggled out, we don't know the vessels, we don't see where they are?
No, we don't see those. If those vessels go across our water, we'll arrest them. NIMASA will arrest them. So I think the issue of security of waterways in terms of oil, why not allow the Minister for Petroleum to address it? I can address when it comes to the security of waterways as it affects merchant ships, and I can tell you clearly we have, yes, you can make the argument that the vessels that carry this oil too are also merchant ships, but if we see them, we'll arrest them. And if we are able to arrest others, why can't we arrest them? And I can tell you for sure that NIMASA is not culpable yet. I've not seen any.
All right, just like we asked the governor of Ekiti State, who was here before you, your name too has appeared on the list of those who want to be president in 2023. As a matter of fact, on the morning show today, there was a support group of yours speaking out and saying that you are their preferred candidate.
Are you running for president in 2023?
You don't know what to do. They should give me this money they're using to do.
But are you running for president?
You're not getting the question I said. I said, tell them to give me this money. When they come to approach you that they want to appear, and if they have money, they should give me. See, I need money to survive. they should give me the money.
And your party today decided that political appointees will not be voting at the convention. Ordinarily, you should be a delegate.
I don't know whether they are right, because there's a court judgment that stops that law. I don't know how safe they are trying to be. They have to tell us, because we can also go to court to stop them.
So you're not happy that you're not planning to do that?
No, I'm not planning to go to court, but I said I've not been approached. So until I see the national chairman tell me I can't vote, that's when I would know that.
So are you saying you're likely to vote tomorrow as a delegate?
I don't know. I'd like to the place.
Okay.
Because I'm a former speaker and a former governor. I'm entitled by the constitution of the party to vote. And if the court in Omaha said the law is unconstitutional, it means that what is today the law is that law excluding section 84(12). So nothing makes my vote illegal.
What's your take on the controversy surrounding consensus candidates for chairmanship of your party? Where do you stand?
I'm not the chairman of the party. I thought we're here for you to ask me about legacies of President
legacies
Buhari.
and the convention.
No, I'm
the
not.
convention is barely hours away.
I'm just one person in the convention, not even a very important person. I'm just a delegate.
Great. All right. Finally, I mean, you were turbaned as the Dan Amana of Daura, and that raised quite some dust. You know. Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. First off, you didn't invite us, so there's. I mean, we won't get crashed.
The Emir of Daura invited.
Are you the favored son of Daura? And does it have political connotations, as some say, that it may just be an indication that?
You know, you read meaning to everything. In fact, if my wife had come there that day, I would have read meaning to her coming. I want to first and foremost express my gratitude to the people of the Emir and the people of Daura, which includes the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Emir confirmed me that title, told me that which is more out of the recognition of the contributions I have made in terms of education. We are building a university in that place. It wasn't part of the contract. I'm not joking about that. It wasn't part of the contract.
Even that was a controversial issue.
No, I have a right. If I could negotiate out a university, I have a right to. I have also negotiated another one, which will be started in my village. My village. It is my decision to make, having been able to sit down with the contractor and say, listen, you can't cut away all these funds to China. You must leave something behind that Nigerians will remember. That's one. Secondly, I believe that if we don't train Nigerians on the management and construction of railway, when these people dump this technology, they will go and won't understand what it means. We won't be able to maintain it, and we'll go back to where we started from. So if we don't have to go back from where we started from, then we need to learn what it is about and proceed with that. So the first step I took after becoming minister is to agree with the Chinese to send about 150 Nigerians to China, just like we will send about 150 persons to Portugal to go and study railway technology. After that, it occurred to me that that's not enough. Supposing these 150 Nigerians get old and die, what happens? So I also got into a bargain with them. All these are not part of the contract. I also got into a bargain with them that, listen, it's not enough that we're sending 150 Nigerians to China to train. Why not you build a university where we can train other Nigerians here and on railway technology and other forms of transportation? It took quite some time for us to agree. And we agreed for $100 million, $50 million. And that's what they're doing. They're about to finish. That's what the Emir recognized. And that's what the people of Daura recognize. They are able to be able to bargain for that. Okay. They insisted on siting it in Daura. Right? Secondly, there's a rail line that may cross Daura up to Maradi. And they felt like, look, this man, not just because it's going to pass through Daura, you're a good Nigerian. I thought I was a good Nigerian. And
that's a good place to leave it. Honorable Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amaechi, thank you so much for being on Newsline tonight. It's time for a short break. When we return, we'll have more for you, including business. Stay with us.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you, and remember this. Bye-bye. See you again.